Malcolm X incarcerated, he found Allah. You did the same thing, I think, in jail.
Not true. I don't think you know it. You know I was Muslim before I went in prison.
No, I'm saying, I'm just, again, that's people's perception. I know that. I'm saying people's perception is that you found Allah in jail, but that didn't happen. But I'm saying, go ahead.
Sound good for the books and the paper, so I let them go with it. But that's not true.
So again, correct it. Let the folks know, let the brothers and sisters know, when did that actually happen for you?
Listen, I was Muslim before I went there. I was always, my chauffeur was Captain Joe, Yusuf Shah. Shah. They the one, he was down, he was the minister before Malcolm was. Mm-hmm. So, and he used to be my driver, and he would educate me every day, every second of the week, and every time he would drive me. You know?
What was it about Islam that drew you in? What was it about the religion that drew you?
That's just who I am.
Right.
As a person. It's just who influences. That just was my stuff. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, Charlie. Tomorrow will be June 20th. June 20th, 1980, I got turned out with boxing. This is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. I didn't know I'm gonna be a champion. So Sugar Ray Leonard fight Roberto Duran. Montreal, June 20th, 1980. I saw that fight. I said, this is what I'm doing with my life. I had an idea. I wasn't sure yet. I liked boxing. But the year before, I saw Muhammad Ali when I was locked up in coffin. He came to the juvenile detention center, and I said, wow, I want to be a fighter. But I wasn't sure. I was still robbing and stealing. But when I saw Sugar, I was in a reform school, and they played it. The next day, they had the fight. And the next Saturday, they played on ABC. And when I saw that fight, my whole life changed.
So you said Meldrick was your guy. What did you think about Meldrick's overall, about his career and everything? What did you think about him?
Man, Meldrick was a great fighter ever since he was a little baby.
He was. But you know all the brothers? Eldrick and Myron?
All that stuff.
They were sharp.
They weren't that good.
No, listen to me. Listen to me. Eldrick and the amateurs, they all fought. So Eldrick and the amateurs, actually, everybody said that he was actually better than Meldrick.
Well, listen, that happens sometimes, but this is what Cuss always tells me. Mm-hmm. Greatest fighter in the world, he got his girlfriend pregnant. He was responsible, and they got married and took care of his girlfriend. Said fuck fighting, or else he got a better job, or he had a high school education, and his wife said, I don't want you to fight. I want you to do this. You'd be surprised. The best fighter in the world was probably a dentist or something.
A dentist. Wow. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the heavyweight champ, Smoking Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
What'd you love about him?
Very determined. Everybody equated me to him. Very determined. Refused to lose. And listen, it goes in that whole thing. The Capricorn sign, right? Mm-hmm. The sign of the Capricorn. I don't care what, and people get mad at me. This is the biggest ego sign in all the
music you're listening to. I listen to everything.
Horoscope.
I listen to a lot of classic rock.
So he thinks he's smarter than everybody, which he probably, but he shouldn't say he is.
Right.
That's how Cuss was. Listen, Ali, Foreman, and Frazier. 3 guys, right? Both Capricorns, born a couple of days apart. Can you imagine those guys? They despise each other so much because their egos are so big.
Wow. You think they hated each other though? Like legitimately hated each other?
I think when the bell rang, they did. Right.
Because I noticed when I see them, they're always gentlemen. When I seen them, they was always gentlemen to each other.
Listen, let me funny. If you're a fighter, the only reason that the most of the time, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, that you're a fighting fighter is because it has to be your determination to want to hurt the other guy. How determined you are to want to hurt somebody. That's what makes fights.
I always thought it was whoever wanted it more, whoever was willing to dig deeper in their spirit.
Well, that's a form of how bad I want to hurt you. In order to win, I have to hurt you. I have to beat you up badly or convincingly. I also have to lay you out. UFC is more popular than boxing, right? Got higher ratings, right? Right?
Yes.
But the UFC will never be richer than a first-class fighter.
That's true. It's true. It's evident. It's evident. You see the purses that Floyd is commanding.
Make $100 million. Conor had to fight Floyd.
Right.
There's nobody that ever fought that can take the pain he took.
Mm.
He took it at a later stage in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Him in the 60s.
Mm.
Who touched him in the 60s? He got hit once. He got knocked down. He got hit probably twice.
That left hook, and broke his jaw.
And what's the other guy? The English guy.
Ken Norton, and Joe Frazier.
Yeah, but listen, don't care. Listen, George Foreman would knock Joe Frazier out 10 times out of 10 times, right? And listen, Muhammad Ali would beat George Foreman 10 times out of 10 times, right?
Yes.
But Joe Frazier would give Ali the fight of his life every time. Yo, that'd be the last guy Ali want to fight.
Yeah, he don't want no part. Although they fought 3 times.
Like Foreman afraid he's gonna pick Foreman. Frazier had his.
So he beat George Foreman's brain.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, George Foreman's just as tough as he is. He can't fight him. He has to outthink him. He can't beat Foreman straight. Very few people could beat Foreman straight up punch for punch. That's almost impossible, to keep it real. Gotta be at some that man.
Yeah, he had to outthink him.
Yeah, that man's an animal. He's vicious. He's made to annihilate people. He was born for that.
born to as Drago said, to break you.
Yes, born to break.
But Ali broke him.
No, he's not just to break. He's here to break big, strong, scary men.
Mm.
So
he essentially bullied the bully.
Say what?
Ali bullied the bully.
So Ali's a big bully. There's no doubt about it.
Wow. If you fought Ali, y'all could have fought. What would have been your preparation to fight him? Because you're a thinker as well.
I would know one thing. I would have to be ready to go 15 rounds. 15 rounds with him. Because listen, I'm just keeping it real. Ain't nobody knocking them out. And the problem, they ain't knocking them out. Listen, even Holmes. Ali's one strange guy. You got to kill him to beat him. He won't quit.
You got to kill him.
That's weird. He doesn't even look. He looks like, in his prime, he looks like a model. He don't even look like a fighter.
He said he was pretty. He said he was pretty. He said he was pretty, but boxing ain't pretty.
No, ain't pretty. He's not pretty either. He's just a junkyard dog face.
That's what it was?
Yeah, he ain't no pretty. He's pretty, but he ain't pretty. Inside, he's nasty.
He deep down inside, he was a dog.
Oh, he's a vicious animal.
And he knew it.
So listen, when Ali's fighting with you, he's talking to you.
Yes, the whole way. He talked to George Foreman the whole way through, the whole fight, 1 through 8.
Listen, the referee, Zach Clayton, right, was the referee, right? I think he was the one with Foreman. And he was just saying, listen, the guy was saying, you can't believe what he was saying to this guy. He was just, the referee was just saying, telling the reporter, you just can't believe, I can't tell you what he was saying to this guy. Ali is out of his mind. There's no doubt about it. Something's wrong with Ali.
He was calling Joe Frazier Uncle Tom.
No, he's talking about Joe Frazier. What's wrong? He's talking about his mother, fucking his mother, doing this to his mother and sisters. And Ali's out of his mind. Ali talking your head for 15 rounds. He's talking to you
The whole way through.
Frazier fight the first fight, and they got time to talk?
So were you fearful every time you say the first day y'all sign up, y'all meet? Were you afraid of the actual opponent?
Yeah.
Really?
Scary guy.
But that's amazing, because I'm gonna tell you why. Everybody else, I'm talking about the whole world, was afraid, period. And you saying you were afraid.
Yeah, that's what I found out. You know what? Being with Cuz, I found out this. Check this out, Charlie, right? I found out they were more afraid of me than I was of them.
Yes.
That's what I found out. This happened in our first year in our relationship that we're going to get together. I didn't think this was going to last a year, nigga. We got 11. It wasn't going to last a year. It was like two people that thought we knew each other, didn't know anything about each other once we started living together. That's before we even said I do. We had a baby, so I thought I was going to do the right thing. I wasn't doing it. I didn't have someone I think would inspire me to want to do the right thing to take care of this kid. Not in a million years think I was, Charlie. And I was probably, how much, baby? 60 million in debt? How much was I in debt? 38 or 60? about 30 million in debt, right? And can you believe we bust that in the ass? We're not in debt.
Smacked it.
Years we're not in debt, baby. 6 years not in debt, collecting money. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
And 30 million to nothing.
Fox is on here too.
Who?
Jamie.
Tell him what's up, nigga. Tell him about him.
Tell me, that's both our brother. What do you think about him portraying you? I see he bulking up. What do you think about Fox portraying you?
I don't know. He can do a great job. I know that.
He's gonna do an awesome job, as Mike Tyson would say.
Yeah, I would. I'm very grateful.
No, he's gonna listen to me. He's gonna go there. He's committed. When he goes in, he's committed.
We're gonna see how this works out. I'm very excited about it.
He got to come hang out with you, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and tell him the truth, and he's gonna have to learn how to process that. Charlie, you know what $20,000 gonna do for a street nigga?
Right. I'll be back. It's like Mortimer yesterday on Trading Places. We back.
One day. I'm gonna spend that on clothes. That's gonna be his life. He's gonna have that. You know how long he's gonna last? 20,000 in fucking Brownsville.
Change his life.
Can't still have money to get an apartment, rent some apartment for a year.
So I want to go back to your coach, your father figure, Customato, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and one of them I'm saying I want to see how you actually respond to it. So Cos taught you number system, like you said, programming, almost in a programming way, right? And you just wanted to be able to come back and say, Cos, I did it. You know what I mean? I won, right? You get to the greatest day in your career to win the championship, to become the youngest heavyweight champ ever. You know what I mean? At that 19 years old, November 22nd, 1986, and he's not dead, huh?
John F. Kennedy was assassinated. You know, it's
the same day. The same day.
Right.
Wow. So you win the championship that day. Of course, he precedes that, in his death. Did you feel like somewhat that he left you? I'm talking about like abandoned you.
In a way, I felt that way. That's weird that you say that. I felt that he abandoned me because that's immature thinking. I was immature when he died. So I'm about myself, and he programmed that about me too. The only thing about me. So I'm thinking, that old motherfucker, he left me. He gave me all this stuff, and he left me out here with all these animals by myself. I was angry.
To me, I'm gonna tell you, when I seen your relationship with Kevin Rooney, when I seen your relationship with all the people that Cos put around, he wanted them around you, and I seen it slowly but surely, kind of reduce themselves, get away, actually put themselves in a situation where you moved them out of your life. No. And I was like, go ahead.
Listen, it came to where they didn't understand I gave them the job. They thought they owned me.
Wow.
They helped start me off. They thought they owned me.
Wow.
That's what that was all about.
But Bill Clayton is his name? Bill Clayton, his name is? Yes. What did you feel about them as managers?
Typical slave master managers and shit.
Wow.
Every big fight manager was I've never paid. Because Cus had a guy he used to train that would watch the door. And every guy come in, listen, you know Wycliffe?
Yes.
One day me and Wycliffe, we was all in the street, we was hanging out. And you asked, I brought around 15 of them. I said, let's see the fight. And I brought 15, we didn't pay a dime. We walked right in the Madison Square Garden. You asked him that.
You Mike Tyson. What are you supposed to?
Listen, Michael Jackson couldn't go in the garden in a fight and bring 20 motherfuckers in. Free. Don't tell me Mike Tyson, that's just Customato fucking taking care of me from the dead.
Wow.
Listen, I'm different. I'll probably be into my own head. I got an ego. I ain't gonna let somebody talk to me a certain way. I'm not gonna let somebody act a certain way and stuff. But Cus was he's a master at what he do. That's why I succeeded in what I did, because he was a master. Not necessarily because of my skill and stuff, but because what he gave me the confidence. And what I learned about confidence is this. Confidence applied properly will supersede a genius. A genius won't have a match for him. Oh, I had Don King. I was confused. Everybody that was on my team was betraying me. Hey, listen, nigga.
Were you aware of it at the present time? At the present?
I don't know what I was aware of. I was aware of myself. I was aware of me. That's what you do when you're 19 years old with a lot of fucking money and never had it before. You're conscious of you, your material world, and your dick. So I had all the material and all the pussy that I wanted.
Oof.
But I didn't have no security for my future. I couldn't even fuck the bitches that I used to fuck because I had no money.
So you think money was the thing that drew him to you, not you?
No, it had to be money, yeah. I made sure it was that.
You said you made sure.
I want them fucking people to know me. You think I want them to know my dark ass and never talk to me again? Fucking.
Wow. That's pretty amazing right there. Wow. You would hit a guy to the body and then you go uppercut. Why would you just go uppercut? Why'd you go to the body first?
The uppercut is the most underestimated punch, and it's the most unexpected punch. Because I
noticed you would switch. You would switch to the right side, switch to the left side. You deliver a punch, and then you would kind of switch over. What was that about? Tell me about that.
Listen, the art of the knockout, right? The art of the knockout is not seeing the punch. So the name of the game is trying to persuade the guy to believe something's happening that's not actually happening. Punch where he don't.
Wow, you said the art. I didn't hear your whole thought. What did you just say?
Art of knocking people out is hitting them with punches they don't see. Listen, you see how great Muhammad Ali is? Forget his kids, his bloodline. There's nobody that on this planet that's going to be like him. So how you that his bloodline they're going to be like him? There's nobody on the planet. He had nothing to do with bloodline. He was created by the gods of war. He has nothing to do with bloodline.
So you don't think lightning could strike again?
Huh?
You don't think lightning could strike again? You don't think it can happen again?
Muhammad Ali lightning? Muhammad Ali? No.
Really?
Listen, you won't see it in your lifetime. I won't see it in my. I just at one time stealing was my life, robbing and stealing was my life, and now I have tried to do that. My mother was like borderline prostitute, and that didn't live well on me because she would do it in front of us. It was just that world, and that's the world I come in with. So that's probably why I had my experience with women. That's why my experience with women was always bumpy.
Yeah, I have a saying that your mother's the first woman you fall in love with or out of love with, as well as your father.
No, nigga, I married my wife because she got characteristics of my mother. That's what all men marry their mother. Even if they're not conscious of it. Even when they hate their mother, they marry their mother. That's the only woman they know about love from. So that's the only way they can perceive of love. Is from even that cranky ass woman who they're married, but they keep each other.
Wow.
That's the that's just really black fake love, gutter love. That they fight all day, but they kill somebody else that'll fight against them. It's just really good love. My time bond comes from my trauma. Things I've dealt with, sexual abuse, or just being beat up all the time. Or just watching your mother being beat up, or watching your mother fuck all the time. So you get that trauma. So I look at my life is different. I look at life from a different eyes than probably you or other people.
Okay, so let's go into I'm back. What does that mean? I see the physical transformation, but what does that mean? I'm back.
That don't really mean nothing. That just means I'm here.
You said it. You said it like intently in the camera.
Yeah, I'm here. And I'm capable of doing that too. But that's just a scenario you're saying I'm in a different field of life, in a different frame of thinking.
Got it. You embarked on acting a few years back, and you've been doing it. What is your affinity for acting?
Hey, I used to like what I really like to do. I used to like entertaining people.
Just another form.
I used to like entertaining people. Ever since him explaining about if you do this, how many people will love you, and I got caught up with that. I got caught up with myself and my world, my peers, how many people know me, and I'm coming to it. No one could ever believe I did this. Then, listen, right? I always felt I was the worst guy in the world. I had no money, but my mother and father had a great life. I pretty much had a great life. I was cussing them. I just had a great life. I had a great life. Everybody in the town knew me. Everybody in the country knew me. I had a new car. I couldn't even drive. I didn't have a license. I guess the cussing them just spoiled me. Maybe I wasn't good. I knew what it was like. You know what I knew? I knew I was like when those white guys had a father and they made their father proud. So I made him very proud. You know how I made him proud? By breaking people's ribs, breaking people's ribs, breaking their eye sockets. That made him very happy. So I like making him happy. So I continue to do that. And it got me.
So you said you like making people happy?
Now, because I thought one day I hit a guy, and I think I broke his eye socket, and it really wasn't. It was a nice guy, and I felt bad. And then Cuz told me, and he explained, but it was really, he did it in a classy way, but I'm gonna do it in my way. And he said, "You continue to do that, and people will love you for it."
Wow. What did Cos say to you that made you like, okay, I'm going to listen to everything this man says to me? What was it? What was that thing? What was that defining moment that connected with you? Like, I'm going to submit.
He said, "If you listen to me, you'd be the greatest fighter in the world. You'd be the youngest champ ever."
And that was it.
Yeah. He said, listen. I used to always complain and cry because I didn't have girlfriends and stuff. He said, "You listen to me, I'm going to have to buy you a bat to beat them off you." And he's right. I never had a girlfriend. I was always crying and stuff. He said, "Just listen to me, son, and you trust me. I'm going to buy you a bat to beat them off you." He's right.
God.
Listen, know what's so funny? I don't know if it's my ego. I always had money. Even when I was in the street, I always had it. Even when guys used to pick on me and rob me, they always robbed me for a lot of money. I always had money.
Wow.
I was constantly robbing people, robbing houses. Listen, I'm 10 years old, 11 years old. I'm going in houses. I'm getting 15,000. I'm getting a machine gun. I'm getting 45. Listen, man, can you imagine that? Can you imagine being I'm 11 years old and got $30,000 and got a fucking machine gun, got some 45? Can you imagine that?
That's like 15 million to you.
Yeah. Well, listen, I got guns, nigga. I'll kill somebody. Robbing somebody's house. They got guns in there. Man, it's crazy being in somebody's house. And they're in there, you don't know it. But they're in there and you don't know it.
No, and you're going to get machine guns. You're going to get guns out of a place.
Yeah, and the guy
hope that he ain't standing at the top. Hope that he ain't standing at the top of the step waiting for you.
No, he's in the bed sleeping. He's talking. He's thinking I'm somebody else. "Honey, you there? What you doing, baby?" And I'm, whoa! I knocked on the door. No one answered. I've been knocking on the door. I said, "No one's there." No one in there. He's sleeping. He's there, baby. You get something. You got something. I'm like, oh shit! And I'm walking out. And oh man.
Wow. How was that experience in jail? Honestly, you walk in there the first day. The whole jail got to be like, you got to disrupt the whole place.
The place was so happy I was in there. Oh man. So I go into my cell. I'm mad. I go in my cell. I close the cell door, and this white guy said, "No, come on out here, hey man. Come out here. You need to be out. We need to see you. We love you," and all that shit. Oh man. And yeah, it was just a lot of love. Too much love, and too much love is not good for you either. And you learn that when you're in rehab and you read the big book. And the quickest form of relapse is the lack of love and too much love. Isn't that stupid?
Too much love.
Too much love. Because too much love is everything I do is good. How could that be bad? That's what you think as a junkie. If everybody loves me, why can't I do this? Because now I do this. Now I don't feel everybody's unhappy. Everybody's sad. I'm happy, but everybody's sad. When I'm not doing it, everybody's happy and I'm sad.
Mike Tyson don't need to violate any woman at any point, any time. Literally.
But dig, right?
I would speak to that. You don't have to say it. I'll speak to that.
Oh, I know, but I want you to know this, nigga. I'm not above violating a woman, right? But I didn't violate that woman. That's just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. Especially back then. Back then, I wasn't above violating, taking no pussy and stuff, but I didn't take hers.
Are you mad at her?
No way. That was a favor. That was a big blessing for me.
A big blessing?
Yes. Listen, I look at life totally different. I used to look at some people as my nigga, my player, my homeboy, my bitch, my hoe, and now I look at them all as my teachers. I don't look at them. I look at them in a totally different perspective. Have
you seen her? Have you seen her?
No, I don't see. I wouldn't know what she looked like if I saw her.
If she walked up to you and say, "My name is Desiree," she don't need to say last name. What would be your response?
Nothing. How you doing? I don't even know her no more. I don't even have that connection with her no more. I don't. That like it's never happened.
How about if she wanted to sit down with you?
Huh?
How about if she wanted to sit down with you?
I'm not interested in doing that.
Okay.
No, she didn't do. She did the wrong thing. I'm not interested. I'm over that. I'm doing this now. This is so much bigger than anything I ever experienced in my life.
So you would just be a gentleman and say, "Have a nice day." Couldn't go no further.
I don't know if I'm a gentleman like that, but it wouldn't be no static.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Poetry in motion, baby.
Poetry in motion. What was his strengths? What was his weaknesses?
And listen, right? His strength was with Muhammad. He has total supreme confidence in himself. Fast hand, vicious puncher. Never give up, fight to the finish, fight every second of the fight, and just had extreme confidence to know he was the best fighter that God created.
Jack Johnson.
He was our first. He was our first, and he showed his character and dignity too.
He fought 100 rounds, I think, or 90 rounds or something like that. How many rounds did he fight?
A 45 rounder, and he got stopped in the 16th round. 26. I'm sorry, 26.
Would you have wanted to fight in that time in that many rounds? Would you want it? Huh?
I knocked everybody out in one round.
They say you get 2,000 rounds. It wouldn't matter. You're gonna get them out of the first round.
And move their head back then. I'm ripped, and I'm talking about boxing exhibition. Everybody wants to see. Everybody's offering all these fucking millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to see me in the fucking. You have to see my old ass. Listen, when I remember I did that little bullshit shadow boxing in the mix.
Yes. Damn near broke the internet.
Yeah, no, 800 million. Can you believe that? 800 million? Yeah, that was pretty interesting. So I said, I go like this. I'm capable of doing anything now. That shows
that ego again, right? The ego again. It's fueling the ego again.
So that's the difference. The people let the ego run rapid, and they get intoxicated with the ego running rapid. I'm under control. He's under control. Or she's under whatever it is under control.
I love you, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wake Salam.